Hello, and welcome back to Are You Ready To? Are you ready to make this junk journal with me? This is part one of, technically part two of turning this year's Amazon's Kids Gift Book into a junk journal. I previously shared in a short video how I turned it into a junk journal. I did the front and back cover. That's Laura C. Moyer. She is responsible for these beautiful and adorable illustrations. When I saw the illustrations, I just knew this has to be turned into something. I just thought it was so cute. There's no way I was going to throw it out. So that's the cover with a cute little button and some snowflakes. And I found this pile of envelopes at a flea market. I thought they would be perfect and beautiful in this junk journal. Initially, I wasn't sure what kind of a junk journal I wanted to make, and I thought about it for a while and decided after finding these envelopes that I was going to turn it into a winter activity themed junk journal. I homeschool my boys, and I thought, wouldn't it be cute if I put envelopes all throughout this journal, and inside each envelope there would be a different winter activity for the day, just to break up the monotonous kind of boring days being stuck in the house. Sometimes we do try to get out a lot, but this will just make it fun. So I picked up this Christmas book at an Ollie's. It was $3.99, I believe, and I tore out all the pages. I just absolutely loved the designs, front and back. One side is a patterned paper that's colored. The back side is your black and white coloring page. I thought that these pages would be an excellent and perfect addition to a winter activities themed junk journal. Look at how cute they are. The designs are adorable. I am really looking forward to this too. I thought in some of the envelopes I can put some indoor activities as well as field trip activities. Could be tickets to a museum or tickets to a Simon Says tournament. Just a fun new surprise every morning. Now, at this point, I'm just gathering all my stuff. I'm gathering all the papers that I had used some of with my cover and back cover. My aunt knows I love Christmas and Christmas cards. I have a ton of Christmas cards, which I will be sharing in one of my thrift haul videos. I do not believe I shared that one yet. If I did, I will link it below. But this is a pile of Christmas cards that my aunt picked up for me from a thrift shop. I absolutely love these cards. I mean, look at how adorable that is. Anyway, I decided that I wanted to use at least a couple of the Christmas cards in this activities junk journal. So I'm just sorting through, gathering some of the on-theme envelopes and cards, and I am going to set those aside. And that's usually my process. I just gather all the items, get out all my supplies. So I'm kind of looking at everything all at once. And this card and envelope is stunningly adorable. That's going in this winter activities junk journal. I also like that piece of cardstock. And like I said, this is my process. I gather all my items. I made a short video on my creative process. Along the way, I make a giant mess, but it's okay. It all comes together in the end. And really, I made this junk journal and put it together over days and days of a process. It was a process putting this together. And the cover I had made weeks previous. So I don't just hammer a whole junk journal out in one day. I mean, I rarely do. I put a lot of thought into it. So now I'm just going to page through this junk journal. and pull out some of the illustrated pages so I can place them back in at, in a better spot where I'd prefer them to be. Those activity pages are perfect since it's a winter themed activity junk journal, so I probably will not alter those. There's another one, a cute little maze. How adorable is that? I'm saving that one for later as well. And next, I am planning on taking the envelopes, getting out my sewing machine that I'm not an expert seamstress or anything, but I do like sewing things into my junk journal pages, and I thought that would add a little cute and special touch to this junk journal. And I would like to say thank you to a friend who actually gave me her sewing machine months and months ago, and it really has come in handy. I really love having that tool in my toolbox, so to speak. But honestly, you do not have to sew anything. You can just use glue, tape, glue sticks, Mod Podge. You don't have to sew. You can also hand sew. I'm going to be sewing in some more buttons, so I got out my needles. I have my thread for my sewing machine, as well as glue sticks. Just like I said, you can use that. And that's like a foam pop dot tape. So it's double-sided sticky tape that's like a foamy texture, and some Mod Podge. So that's about all the tools I need besides my sewing machine. And like I said, you don't even need that. You can even use staples and cover up the staples with ribbon, or get colored staples too. That looks pretty in a junk journal. I got out all my stamps, all my paper punches, because I have a snowflake theme going throughout this junk journal. So those are going to come in handy. And now I'm going to cut down these papers to size using one of the torn out papers that I tore out of the catalog. And I'm going to cut it a little. They were the perfect length. Look at that. That was so awesome. Saved me a step there. But I did cut them all a little bit smaller than the torn out page, just so they would glue on easier. And you can have them sticking out the side too. That looks cute too. So I got everything organized, and I saved all those edges that I cut. I saved those to use later, because I like to use all the bits and pieces of all my supplies. I don't like to waste anything. So those are definitely saved to put back in to this junk journal and to use in another project. So after I had everything cut to size, I sorted through the envelopes and was trying to decipher how I was going to sew them onto the pages, picked out my thread, and there you have it. Now, that looks like a sloppy finish. It is not. Well, sort of. But I cut the string, that I left that much length on the thread on purpose, because I had found these adorable snowflake ornaments at a thrift shop. Oh my goodness. I found so much stuff, so many crafting supplies at this thrift shop. It was where you have to pay for the weight of the items. You will not believe how much stuff I got. That's going to be in a later video, but I found some great things there at the thrift shop. And I decided to leave the string on to attach these snowflakes and have them, the edges of them sticking out of the side of this activities junk journal. I thought that would look adorable. And it actually, I like how it turned out. I attached, I believe in the end, 3 snowflakes, and that was enough to add a special touch to the sides of my pages, and they really did look adorable. So I threaded through the hole in the top of the snowflake, made a hole in the page so it would go out the back and around, so I could kind of attach the snowflake tightly on the edge of the page. I didn't want them dangling out the side. I just wanted them sticking out of the side like that. So I attached them through the top, made a hole in the page, and then fed it back through the hole and just took the thread and kept going around the snowflake until it was as tight as I needed it to be, and tied it off and then cut the string. And there you have it. There's the pages with the snowflakes and all the other pages with the sewn in envelopes. And then of course I'm going to be adding envelopes along the way on all my other layouts. But right now, like I said, I'm gathering all my supplies. Look how cute that looks, just sticking out the side. First, I moved on then to my first page, right inside the front cover there, and I wanted to add a cute little button to the envelope before attaching it to the page. So that's what I got to work on first. Sewed that on there. I used that foam two-sided tape to attach this envelope, and I kind of wanted to put it somewhat in the center of the page. Thought that looked cute there. And for a special touch, I got my snowflake paper punch, and added some little snowflake punches. I really like the colors of this page and how this layout turned out. I like the simple look of it. I do go back and add some stickers later, but very subtly. And, you know, I have big plans for the centerfold of this winter themed activities junk journal, which I cannot wait to show you. So I want to get in this video, in this part one, I just wanted to make sure I showed you all the supplies I gathered. Of course, I add things into it later on, and just show you the inner cover page and the back inside cover page. So I love, how pretty is this cardstock? I just thought this was so pretty and would look so nice in this junk journal. And I'm really loving the pinks and the beiges and the mauves and everything in a winter themed journal. I just think it looks so beautiful. So I thought that would go great with the cardstock I had used on the back cover. And of course I made a little pocket when I covered that back cover page. And as you saw in the short video that I popped up in the beginning of this video, I stenciled on some white snowflakes with acrylic paint and put some stickers on the back too. So I'm just going to glue down this cardstock and make sure it's on there really, really well. I'm really pressing that on there really, really well, especially in the crease. So as I'm opening and shutting this junk journal every day, it's not coming apart. And I'm going to make sure that's on there secure, pick out some envelopes for that page as well, and take it from there. I wanted to go with a green envelope on the inside cover page like I did with the front inside cover page. So I kept it, you know, the same theme, the snowflakes with the green envelope. And that there is actually the plastic piece from the stencil that I used for snowflakes that I had kept from when I stenciled the front part or the back part of this junk journal. And honestly, I do not know what I was thinking there. This plastic piece is not going to attach with a glue stick to a piece of paper. It's really not. Luckily, I have my double-sided foam tacky tape, and that works perfectly, and it looks really cute. And then to keep on theme with the inside or the front cover inside page, I wanted to paper cut out those snowflake shapes. I thought one would look really cute added to the plastic punch out piece from my stencil sheet. And now it's time to glue on my envelope. It looks really cute, but this layout is definitely not complete yet. So for my pocket there, I added a blue envelope. I don't know what I'm going to end up putting in that one, but probably something really special, since it will be the last envelope that we will be opening in our winter activities themed junk journal. So I cut out 2 more snowflakes from my green envelope and added and glued on a snowflake to the blue envelope. Really cute. And to the bottom left corner of my other page. Of course, in the end, I had to go back and add some sticker embellishments like I did to the front inner cover pages. And there you have it. This is how it all turned out. I really love it. And I have all my supplies together, and I'm just going to keep on putting this winter themed activities junk journal together. I hope you check out part 2. I can't wait to show you what I did to the center page. It's a big feature layout. And thank you so much for watching. Are you ready to?